This stage is called Berlin. You start crawling through these tunnels here, all the way through without hitting your head. Someone apparently did yesterday. Up through this tunnel, you have one downloaded 8mm Mauser cartridge with you that you load into this Mauser off of the dead Captain Kaput. There's a pepper popper down there you engage with that Mauser, which will then move all the spinner targets. Once you've got that, you run over here. Your rifle will be staged right where these guys are. Cruiser redder, so there'll be a magazine inserted, chamber empty. At that point, you then proceed through the maze, engaging all of these paper targets. Some of them moving, some of them not, along with some sneakies.
Are you ready? Yes. Stand by.
My rifle now, Fritz!
If you finish, unload. Show clear. In position. That's fine. Are you ready? Stand by. Finish. Unload, show clear.
Yeah, by the way, I checked.
Yeah.
I'm still not a Nazi.
You're not.
Still not.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna buy it. You know, in fact, looking at you, I think it's more like biker.
Kind of looks that way with the glasses.
Kind of got the biker aesthetic. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
This was a fun one.
Yep.
Another fun one.
It was a fun one. These were two fun stages in a row.
Yeah.
Today's been a real perk up from yesterday for me, so I'm having a good time. I'm back into the fun zone.
Well, I hurt myself on this one.
You did? What'd you do?
Went through the stage, great. And then at the very end, when I had to unload and show clear,
Yep.
boink, spent round straight into my lip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not on the stage. You hurt yourself unloading your gun.
I hurt myself unloading the gun.
Interesting side note about your Valmet. You're out there shooting, and you're way down at the end of the bay. The empties are raining down us in the staging area.
Ha.
They're literally coming like this. Zoom. They're going 25, 30, maybe 20 yards.
A rifle have much power.
They are really, I mean, AKs tend to eject with energy. This one ejects very energetically.
It's as vigorous and excited as I am here.
Yeah, awesome. That was kind of cool, having that little stage prop of the Mauser, calling the stage Berlin, having the East German uniform there. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't ultimately matter too much to the shooting, but it really adds a lot of flavor.
Exactly, and that's what can take a fine stage and make it into a really fun stage.
Yeah, and you know what? We've seen it again with Red October. We saw it last year. We're seeing it this year. We saw it with the California Build Party.
Yep.
We saw it here with Berlin with the East German stuff and the Yugo. Well, Yugo gun, but still a Mauser.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And they put a lot of effort into this because this range right now, what they're at, they can't go over a certain power factor for their rifles.
Right.
So Brian, who's the match director, lovingly hand-loaded every single one of those downloaded rounds.
Hundreds of rounds hand-loaded. For
Hundreds. This. He said he was up last night until like midnight or something doing this so that everybody here could have a good time shooting that Mauser. So if you didn't knock it over, you had to run down and kick it over. I think they said one or two people didn't.
Yeah.
But it was it's a cool thing. And then it's just a normal maze game, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Both of us today seem to be on our game.
I'm really happy that I was able to clear all of the spinning targets on hostages without any penalties.
Yeah.
In fact, we both ran this one totally clean, and we were less than a second apart.
We were 1 second apart. Now, I'll give you, were you
less than 1 second.
Were you game time on me as your crawl?
Yeah.
Because, dude, you boogie. You're like, woo!
Yeah.
And I don't boogie, and then I got this. So, a little bit more turtle.
Yeah.
But then when I got going, I probably caught that little bit up. And that's where that's why we're so close.
In fact, you guys, I don't know, maybe you've already seen it at this point in the video, but I'll be really interested to look at the split screen. I think that'll be fun to watch. I suspect I'll go faster, and then you'll catch up, and then maybe I'll catch up when you reload, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we end less than a second apart,
those are the most fun split screens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not fun when something is just like dumpster fire, black, just flat, like, it's like, so.
Flatline.
Neither of us did that on either of these stages, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time. Not a lot to say about this. What I will say about my rifle, because I made some comments in there earlier, is that it has some issues in terms of its config. It does, but in these types of stages, they don't really present themselves.
Standing up, moving, firing fast, that's what that rifle is good at.
That alpha gun, outside of weird paradigms like really super low positions or super bore offset sensitive situations at intermediate ranges, it's fine as long as you're willing to tolerate the weight. But the minute you get into this bore offset or some really unorthodox shooting positions, that's when that alpha gun starts the wheels come off.
Yeah.
So these two wasn't a problem at all.
One thing last to point out, as we saw with Red October last year, and this is in line with the whole spirit of Red October, this match is set up so there are no really difficult almost no really difficult shooting engagements. You can absolutely run this match, and last year we saw someone win this match with a stock iron-sighted Romanian AK.
And honestly, you know what's interesting about this? I would actually say that if you took the alpha gun, because I can only compare the gun I'm using, and you put it up against some of the targets they presented today, the challenge at this match hasn't been distance or target visibility. The challenge has been some unorthodox shooting positions, one of which was extreme, or those clay pigeons on the no-shoots, which is a bore offset issue. If you take out your AK that's iron-sighted, whether it's a heavy or a light, a standard AKM, believe it or not, that's a non-issue. You just aim at it.
Even you've had problems on 2 of those clay pigeons. I've cleaned them all.
This is an instance in which that bore offset thing really is a factor, and at this match, a AKM with regular irons really can play.
Yeah.
And that's cool because that's, in my opinion, I've always thought the litmus test for some of the practicality of a match is, can you not necessarily win, but can you finish a match with an iron-sighted AKM?
Right.
Because to me, that's an interesting metric.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more to go.
Yep. We're closing in on it here.
2 good ones so far. Let's do 2 more.
Yeah.